From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.
Hey guys, Boston Chris here with the #1 resource for independent music in Northeast Texas. It's the ETX Rock Show, and it's episode number 316 coming at you live from Longview, Texas. And we have, for the first time ever on the show, it's Abe Mack along with Eddie B from the Abe Mack Band. And we're super stoked to have you guys here. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh man, it was just a 10-hour drive. You know?
Just a 10-hour drive.
No, we're happy to be here, man. It's fantastic. We're really stoked. And
well, 10-hour drive means 20 hours, though.
yeah,
right?
but you know, for us Texans, you know, you get accustomed to driving a long way, so it reduces the time little by little.
Well, when New Mexico is closer to you than Texas is.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, they're all the way here from El Paso.
Yeah.
And if you're watching from outside the state of Texas, that's pretty much 12 hours west of here almost.
Farther than California.
I think you guys are closer to California.
Yeah, we're closer to San Diego than we are to Longview.
Yeah.
Ain't that something, man?
Yeah. So again, man, huge props for you guys coming out here. And again, thank you to Dylan Steen of Steen Entertainment for sending these boys our way. Dylan has been a huge supporter of ours for a long time, and Dylan is a bulldog when it comes to radio promotions.
Man, it's been a blessing to be working with him. First of all, you know, when I first met him, he kept it very, very real.
Yeah.
No nonsense, just, you know, straight up.
Yeah, he doesn't BS you.
Yeah, so that's what we wanted, and that to me, you know, was you know, I think why we're here. You know?
And it's the first single that you're working with Dylan, right?
First single, yeah. We're excited, and it's we're at 56 on the charts, third week. That's not bad at all, man. That's pretty good. Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's a great song. You guys are going to hear the song
Thank
at
you.
the very end of the episode. The song's called Crazy. And it's, man, it's such a catchy song.
Thanks, man.
But he is going to play a couple of songs for us. The first one is called Keeping the Dream Alive.
Yes, sir, sure is.
So tell us a little bit about the song.
Well, the idea for that title was I used to live in Nashville, and I was, you know, trying to chase the whole songwriter, being the staff writer thing. And then I was out there for about a year and a half, on and off. And I realized that there's too many people doing the same thing, and there's very little money to go around.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, why not be an entrepreneur and convert bars in El Paso to honky tonks and hit up the casinos? So I did that for a few years, and I you know, bettered myself vocally and guitar wise. You know, took some good lessons from. Little shout out to Johnny Highland up in Nashville. He's a fantastic guitar picker. You know, he's been on a lot of records, and along with Brent Mason, and then just trying to figure out who I was on stage and as a songwriter, because most of the time I did things not to keep the dream alive, but more so to try to stay afloat, you know, and more so be relevant. And that's one of the biggest words. And right now I feel like I've matured vocally. I feel confident that our shows are very entertaining, and we have our sound. And I am telling you guys tuning in, man, if you guys have a chance, please check out the music video for Crazy. And that's how we kept this dream going, and Keeping the Dream Alive is a honky-tonk song with a lot of pedal steel, a nice fiddle in there, and some nice, it's got a nice groove, man. It'll get you, you know, get a boogie-woogie a little bit in there, you know? It'll be nice, man.
So it's the first time in the ETX Rocks Living Room live with Keeping the Dream Alive. It's the Abe Mack Band. Y'all check it out.
Cause honest jumping to the sound of a Haggard and a Whitney
singing the blues. Drink after drink, living that old honky-tonk life. Yeah, I'm just caught in the race, yeah, I'm just chasing those neon lights. That's right. Oh, just keeping the dream alive. Yeah, just keeping the dream alive. Oh, mama, we're just keeping the dream alive. Yeah, just keeping the dream alive. I'm a honky-tonk cowboy till the day I die. Come on, Eddie B, slap that bass down. Woo!
Okay, so we are back once again. It was Keeping the Dream Alive by Abe Mack and Eddie B. Acoustic here in the living room, completely unplugged. Upright bass, y'all. Yeah. Was that not a shock or what? Come on, guys. I had no idea that was fixing to happen today. And if you're a huge follower of the show, you probably know I'm a huge fan of the upright bass, y'all. And so when Eddie walked through this door, I was plenty happy to see him. Let's just put it that way. And man, he's got a groove too, guys. What do you think? Yeah, so it's Keeping the Dream Alive. I love the title of the song because it is very apt to a songwriter in today's environment, I think. You mentioned the word relevant, and I know that you've been to Nashville and back. You're in West Texas, so you're out there in the oasis, so to speak. It's not like El Paso's known for its huge music scene, other than Marty Robbins, of course, putting it on the map, I think almost literally.
For sure, yeah.
So El Paso, Nashville, now you're back to El Paso, but you're still way out there. You're trying to get your song heard. You're trying to get your music heard. What kind of struggles do you have as a musician, as an artist out there?
Well, we do everything, we're full-time musicians, and I'm pretty much the jack of all trades with the band. Of course, I have fantastic teammates, and we all work together and prioritizing things, including funds, and, I once in a while figure out ways where I'm stuck, and I ask my teammates for suggestions on business
a lot of dollar
investments.
Money, right?
Yeah. So but we've invested on music videos and a lot of stuff to build ourselves to where we're at, and a huge shout out to Marsha Hansen and Cactus Al Media. Man, they've been fantastic. They were the ones that actually produced that music video. Just phenomenal. I'm really happy with the outlook of how Crazy came out as far as like the enticing everything that El Paso is. You hear Randy Rogers and Josh Abbott talk about a West Texas El Paso sunset. Man, let me tell you, we got some really good colors on there, and you get the good vibe of El Paso. It's a beautiful town, and it's definitely the west. The west part of Texas, and
it's definitely very different from East Texas. I can tell you that.
Sure,
you're not going to find a pine tree out there.
No, not at all, man. Sure. You might, but they're going to be dried out. But
most of the pine trees in El Paso are hanging from the rearview mirrors.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, man.
So again, it's Abe Mack in the living room. one thing I did want to talk to you about, because I've heard songs from all of your different albums. You've been doing this a while, like 7 years.
7 years,
like
yeah.
6,
7,
7
8,
years.
yeah.
This is like your second or third album now,
This is
right?
the third album, but this
There's
is
a lot of
really
evolution that's gone on in your...
Big time.
Yeah.
I think my voice has matured. Everything is changing.
Your songwriting has gotten so much better. Like this latest album, you know, there's a lot of drinking songs in the older stuff.
Yeah, there is.
Which is fine.
A fan of tequila and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, which is good. But I feel like this album here has a lot more serious kind of topics involved in there.
And you hit it right on the grain. And the title, Against the Wind. Matter of fact, that song is... we wanted to give it a very country and western feel. No drums. We used a little brush just to kind of give a feel of a few cowboys, you know, sitting on a campfire and some dueling fiddles. And so you'll get that. It's a very simple message about, you know, against the wind. You know, with this sound that we're doing, we understand that we're not the only ones. There's a lot of great artists out there. Charlie Crockett, Josh Headley, that have that nice classic sound. But with us, it's a little different. You know, we have a different type of energy, and you know, we respect all the artists out there. But we think that our honky tonk sound is a little bit different, and we're going against the wind with it. And that's why I think that
there's a lot more contemporary sound.
It is, but there's deep messages in there. They're very simple. I realize I got a chance to be mentored by R.C. Bannon up in Nashville, and he just really, of course, he's from Texas, from Garland, if I'm not mistaken, or Grapevine. Okay. But he wrote songs for Lone Star, a lot of great artists back in the day, and so he really saw me trying to really write for, you know, the struggle of trying to make money, and then he told me, he's like, man, like, if you're in this business, do it because you love it, because the more you realize that you love it, that's when you become who you really are meant to be. And that's where I think where we're at, Eddie B coming into this this project. You know, I don't really see any other member or any other type of band other than having the upright and having that sound that we've got. And
I think that's incredible too, because like you know, we've had a lot of songwriters here on the show, a lot of them.
Oh yeah, you mentioned a lot of them. I'm fans
from legends down to, you know, struggling artists just like y'all, you know. Yeah. And every single one of them deals with the same thing. It's that struggle between identity and marketability. And sometimes they're not the same thing. Sometimes they don't line up. Sometimes who you are may not be commercial.
Exactly.
And so you have two choices at that point. You either write who you aren't to sell, or you write who you are and be, unknown for the most part.
Can I share, not a secret, but an idea that I discovered?
Sure.
And this is tad to Eddie, because I want him to kind of throw his opinion on here. So when I had met Eddie about 2 years ago, I'd heard about him. You know, I love the upright. Of course, you know, there's a lot of songs that, you know, Willie and George Jones have done with the upright, and I always thought that's got to be something that I incorporated. We did a show. Automatically, I saw right away the crowd just was curious. They weren't judging us. They were just curious about what the heck is he going to do with that big old oversized cello, which Eddie gets pretty mad about when they call it a cello. Not a cello, folks, not a cello.
At least they didn't call it a violin. No.
And so
I've gotten that one too.
A big violin.
Big violin.
And you know, it shows the idea that what I'm trying to say is that the key, I think, for me, what I found between trying to find who we are and what being business relevant, marketability, you know, getting attention from, you know, the Texas Regional Radio or the Billboard, anybody, is really, you don't need the middleman. The middlemen are the people that have the bucks.
I agree.
And they usually set you up with nice wardrobe or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it comes down to entertaining people. If you really think about it, everything we do in life is entertainment. You know, whether it's weaving or playing video games or saving up to go see End of Game, which is, by the way, a great movie. You know, so many things that we do in life is to entertain ourselves. And I lost track of that, and I kind of broke it down into an equation where, like, well, if I can show the people that we have an upright and we look very Western, and I can wear these flashy shirts that are cool, that I still look like a country and Western guy. I got a nice Lone Star shirt, starched up shirt, you know, and my snake boots, and you know, we have fun looking a part that we feel that we can project an energy, and a visual image for people. And then once they hear the first sound and they hear my voice, they're like, holy smokes, this is cool, man. I could definitely have a beer to this. And then after that, we got them engaged. And then I realized, all right, then I got them now. We do things just like Freddie Mercury used to do. Hey-oh, hey-oh. I do stuff like that. I mean, it's music in general being part of entertainment and music, you know. So I threw those things in, and there's stuff that we learned from our lead guitarist. In general, all those key tools to myself is a glue between being an independent artist, successful independent. I got to tell you that we play in pretty much every casino you can think of in New Mexico and Arizona, and we have a lot more lined up, but unfortunately we have to get to this market, which is called Texas Country Radio. So we have to sacrifice the good money and the work out there to come out here. So when you asked me earlier, is it hard? Man, you betcha. I mean, we're turning down $2,500 a night to go and play at, you know, McKinney's or Hank's Grill for $500, $400. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, it is. It's kind of detrimental a little bit because it throws you down a bit. Because
it's tough choices.
Yeah.
It definitely is as an artist.
But what I wanted to invite Eddie in here is he's been part of, you know, Lucky Tub, which is Ernest Tubbs' great nephew. And I think that his mix, everybody has a different background, man. It's crazy. Just like the song. But I think, Eddie, I mean, if you could add anything into this honky tonk song that we've got and what we provide as entertainment to what we were just talking about, what would your opinion be about it?
Well, my opinion would be that it's real, and it's something we're in your face. We're constantly in your face, and even the songs are rolled down and slower. You know, they grab you, and his voice is just
it's incredible.
It's hard to escape.
Oh man, it's
he gets
satin, man.
Yeah, I've seen him make people cry.
I can imagine
at a bar, and it's pretty crazy. Man.
It's crazy.
It's fun.
But it's not because we want to be something that we're not. We just found our identity.
But where was that at? Like, it took a while, right?
It took a while. You know when it hit me. I was on Broadway. I used to work on Silver Dollar. I don't know if it's still out there in Nashville. You know, just like everybody else. And then this one night, I decided to make money out in the street, and I put my little self-powered speaker because you only could be at a certain amount of decibels. Blah blah. Fast forward. I played in the corner. Johnny Hyland was passing by. I said, "Hey man, you look and you sound too good to be out in the street. Do you want to come up and play Robert's Western World?" Boom, went in there. He gave me my first gig up on Broadway, and that's when I realized, like, man, like, why am I doing this? If I can do this in El Paso or anywhere else that I go, that they want country and Western music, they want music, they want entertainment. So why not do that elsewhere than in Nashville? Why wait in line for your ticket and see if your ticket is validated? No, you're not what we're looking for. Boom. Just like Aaron Watson talked about fence post. You know, so to me, we realize that we're entertainers. We really don't care. There's times that we do drink a little bit too much whiskey and we get a little emotional, but we find a way to rile you up, man. And then I pick one or two people in the crowd, and we use the Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash lines where, oh, we got a bunch of great criminals. I mean, a great crowd here tonight. And they start laughing, and we break the ice, and they say, man, this guy's really personable. You know, he's really easy to talk to, and then we get you.
You're very strategic, aren't you?
Then we do the Andre the Giant move, and we just strangle you down. And then
he's strategic with this.
And then we figure out people when they get drunk. We figure out who's the most vulnerable, who looks like they're heartbroken, and then we go up and like, ma'am, how are you doing today? I'm doing. What's your name? Oh, blah, blah, blah. My name is Lucio. Lucio, you look pretty sad. What's going on? Can we buy you a drink? Can we get somebody to, you know? And then bring them a drink. And I get off the microphone. I was like, what can I sing for you? I can tell there's something. And she's like, wow. He's like, can you sing Silver Wings? I just lost my husband 2 months ago. And man, I'll tell you what, I get shooken up. So I'm over there and I make eye contact with her, and it's just me and her. Not the crowd, not whoever we have at the casino or the bar. It's just me and her, and that's what the people see. And boom. And I can't tell you how many times I've broken down on stage. We improvise so many songs for people, for situations to have a good time, if you're clap your hands, stuff like that. But it's all real. It's hard. There's no set list. We have a set list of songs.
It doesn't matter though.
We never follow.
Yeah, I understand.
But that's why I
is.
think that it's so special. I think we're different. I think if people give us the opportunity, even to the people that say, we don't like country, play something else. We do Metallica, Country Fried.
Country Fried.
We do all kinds of
Metallica.
cool stuff because we have the ability. I'm not the only front man. I know it's the Abe Mack band, but Eddie B also sings. And he usually does all the rock and roll, rockabilly stuff. The boogie woogie stuff that'll get people going. And then we have Xavier. He's a fantastic entertainer, man. Actually, I started doing music because of him in El Paso. Playing little gigs, little bars, acoustic. And it's just a team now. And it's just like a big family. And I'm telling you, man, it's not a competition. It's not about trying to compare ourselves with Aaron Watson's or anybody else. I mean, I think entertainment in general is what everybody provides, right? You buy the record, you spin it, then you come up and you meet with Aaron Watson or whoever you have here on your station, and then you realize, man, what a kick-ass dude, or oh God, man, what a
Yeah.
So, as in perspective, keeping the dream alive, Against the Wind, I Need You. That song, by the way, we played it. We're playing it here in a bit. It's got the idea of a production of a train. A train is a big locomotive with a lot of weight, and then it takes a long time for it to stop on a dime. So that's what I thought to myself. Well, the music part of it, we're gonna make it to like a train. So when you hear the five voice harmony, you'll hear the ooh 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 ooh. The idea of a train, and it's I need you. So when you need somebody, it's kind of like that. It's heavy, man. It comes with emotion, and I think I've realized the perspective of music, how music is important. Can you imagine that great scene where I'm thinking of Dark Knight when the Joker's walking out and the bus explodes and and there's that creepy music behind it. Can you imagine that scene without that music? Music is everything for us. Mm-hmm. So there's so many. It's like a big old puzzle, and that's why there's so many great Texas country artists and songwriters that piece things together. But for us, a lot of it is the live entertainment.
I think I know the answer to this, but like there's different layers to an artist. You got your songwriting, you've got your studio work, you've got your entertainment value of that. There's the business side as well.
Oh.
Obviously,
the ugly part.
That's
the devil.
That's the 4-letter word part of the business. But obviously, entertainment is your forte.
It is. It is.
Funny. It's funny because I see a lot of artists that are kind of the opposite of that. Like they struggle connecting to an audience, and they're really working hard on their songwriting to find that connection to their audience. It seems like you have a built-in connection to the audience already, and your songwriting is just kind of almost supplying that. You know what I mean? Like it's feeding into that.
Sure. And I think I've realized, being in Nashville, I got a chance to be mentored by Gary Nicholson, R.C. Bannon. I actually got a chance to meet Dean Dillon at a seminar, and I asked him a few questions, and I realized that diction, delivery, intention. So we have all these feelings. For instance, the song "Crazy," right? I wanted to do something that was closely related to what Josh Abbott had with his mega hit. Is it "Touch"? Right, mm-hmm. "Touch," that song, fantastic song. Back when I started listening to Texas Red Dirt, I broke down that song and I was like, man, what a great, passionate song. You only have a certain amount of chord progressions.
Right.
You only have a certain amount of topics. It's just retelling the story in a different way that people can relate to it. And I think "Crazy" is the same thing as Josh Abbott's "Touch," because it's all the senses included. My fire on my fingertips anytime, we kiss. That kind of stuff is the essential of giving those metaphors of what it is to be passionate. And that song's about passion. It really is a passionate song about when you're in love with somebody and the moment of, the intimacy. That's if you really listen to the lyrics playing back. Matter of fact, listen to the lyrics without it, and then you'll realize that it's a passionate poem, And so, but we decided that the music needed to be very danceable, and people it entices you when you hear the word "crazy, crazy, crazy, crazy" all over the place, and then you hear and then you see the music video in it, and it shows you a more subtle picture of it, so it kind of dilutes the actual message. If I were to put a more essential music background to it, then it'd be like, okay, totally different thing.
Right.
So we're just putting different things. It's kind of like a big old, pot of soup, and we're mixing it up, and that's where we get the song "Crazy." "Against the Wind" is a song very special. Why we titled that? Because a friend of ours, Veronica from El Paso, she was battling stage 4 cancer. Matter of fact, that song wasn't even supposed to be on the record.
And it ends up being the title track.
We recorded it, yes sir, and we recorded at Sonic Ranch, where Cody Jenks, Midland, a lot of these great artists have recorded. And I tell Eddie right before, he says, "Hey dude, grab your bass. I have an open G tuning and it sounds amazing." I just grabbed a guitar that was there that looked pretty cool, and a Gene Autry guitar that they have, a collector's guitar that you can use for tracking there. Start playing, and very simple. I'm running against the wind, and to me, the idea, I was thinking about her. How she's and so many other people that are battling cancer, all kinds of diseases, all kinds of adversity. It's that simplicity of just relating to a simple, and then you hear the dueling fiddles on there and that crying steel guitar, and I'll tell you what, it'll get you, man. I mean, it gets me every time that I hear it, and I'm like, yeah, I wrote it, but I know
it's a killer record, man.
Thanks, man.
It's what I was trying to get into earlier in the differences between your records. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you weren't a young guy when the first two records came out, but you were young artistically, that's for sure.
For sure.
And I feel like you have definitely grown and evolved into your skin with this new record.
Sure.
It almost feels like this is your first record because this is who
that
you
title,
are.
Into My Skin.
There you go.
Something
Give me a
like
third. I want a third. At least a fifth.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I don't care what kind of fifth. It could be vodka. It could be...
That kind of guy right here.
Yeah, man. And he's a Red Sox fan, by the way.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm not right now, though. No, I have to be. It's like people telling me, Boston, the Red Sox are pretty bad right now. I was like, yeah, defending world champions.
Yeah.
Ask me if I care if we're 11 and 17 right now.
It's all right. There's a lot of season left.
Yeah.
You know how I can tell?
It's typically Rangers fans saying this to me, too. And I'll look at them and say, when's the last time y'all defended anything? You know what I'm saying?
Look, I root for the Rangers. I
like the Rangers.
I've been a Red Sox fan since '92 because of Roger Clemens, the Rocket.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That was just before we got rid of them, dude.
Yeah, right before that. So, and then, Omar Garcia, everybody else. And I just loved it. And I realized that there's so much history in Fenway. And I've been to a few games, obviously.
Have you at Fenway?
Yeah, Fenway.
Nice.
And I lived in New York. I did jazz out there after I finished playing football at UTEP. I graduated, and I wasn't unsure of things. So I went to New York, and then I decided to go to the Yankee Stadium, old one.
Did you wear Red Sox out there?
Oh, man, it was brutal. I got beer poured on me from it was brutal, man.
I've been to three Red Sox games at Yankee Stadium. Wore the whole Red Sox get up, but I'm 6'4". Nobody touched me.
You're but you know what? They're nice people. But they won't touch you unless
the knowledgeable ones are nice.
Yeah. They're like, hey man, F you. But you're cool, All right, sounds good. It's for you guys. Yeah,
I hate you right now, but let's get a beer.
Yeah, man. It's just like that, So, but I always tell people when they say, "Yeah, I'm a Red Sox fan," because I think everybody just jumped on the bandwagon, And I'm like, well, okay. What do you call? My first question for them is like, "What do you call the fall ball pole?" And they're like, "The fall ball pole." I was like, "No, Pinsky's pole. Come on, man. If you don't get that right, then everybody, that just jumping on the wagon, then it's just jumping on the wagon." But anyways, we went off the subject with that. What does it have to do with the next song that we're gonna play? Called "Crazy"?
No, the next song is "I Need You."
Oh yeah, "I Need You." That's right. Well, I need you.
Damn it!
You like that line right there?
See what he did there? That's called an imperfect segue. It's "I Need You" live in the ETX ROCKS living room from A Mac and Eddie B. Y'all check it out.
Dude, there you go. Got a long dark hair, summer red eyes, light blue jeans and thunder red thighs. She's a good time and warm up, crazy like me. She's a splash of whiskey after a long hard fought work week. She an angel when she talks, satin soft skin. Love it when she lays her pretty lips on me, honeydew. What she takes to be. She can drive, shift, dance, bake, come. She's a woman of my trade. I said, oh honey, I need you. You're my little shining star, oh honey, baby, I need you. Come on, Eddie, baby. Like an angel when she talks, satin soft skin. Love it when she lays her pretty lips on me, honeydew. What she tastes to be. She's my little shining star, oh honey, baby, I need you, you see. And now, oh honey, I need you. You're my little shining star, oh honey, baby, I need you. Oh, I need you. In my, oh honey, I need you. Yeah.
All right, we are back once again. It's Abe Mack Band. It's Abe Mack and Eddie B in the house, playing us some tunes, telling us some stories, and he's entertainment at its core. It's all about entertainment for you. We've been talking about the evolution process between record 1, 2, and 3. How it seems you have finally found your identity with this third record. The single is called Crazy. It's number 56 in the state right now. It's only been out 3 weeks, y'all. So what's the goal for this? Because you've had singles out before, right?
Yeah, we had 2016. We released a very silly song called Shots, and I mean I was with a different production company, and you know, nothing bad to talk about them. I think it was an experience for both of us because it was the first time trying this, and just I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it.
Well, you called the song Silly.
Yeah.
Now, you wrote that song.
I did. It was a gimmick. It was just a live show gimmick. And look, there's a lot of songs that I make up on the spot that are not worthy to be on a record. They're worthy to be in the short attention span of a drunk person or a very highly emotional person at a bar. That's what it's meant for. You know, if I repeat, I'm a good diamond man, I'm a good diamond.
Well, see, that's what we were talking about earlier, about marketability versus identity.
Identity. Yeah.
And it sounds like you're on the right track. Because this record that you're pushing right now, Against the Wind, is absolutely full of good context.
It is. There's a song there called The Man I Used to Burn. Man, if you check that one out, that one's, I think that for me personally, that's the deepest song in there. There's we added a second to last song. It's called That Song. So an acoustic song about a guy walking into a bar and playing the right jukebox song to get that girl's attention. It's very deep.
Yeah.
Deep messages. But Man I Used to Burn is like an evolution of what I thought I needed to be and who I realized that I am. You can't shy away from something that you are. You know what I mean? You can't be something that you're not. You can't color your hair blonde and try to act like Billy Ray Cyrus and be something that's, not relevant to me. I grew up in Paso. we grew up. I started playing country music because of my dad, and they forced us to wear those ugly thunder, lightning shirts back that are coming back.
God,
John Stork is wearing them pretty cool. Shout out to him.
He is. John's killing it.
You know,
man.
he's killing it with those retro stuff, man. I love it. You know, but back then I was the only guy.
Texas cool, man.
It is, yeah. He's a cool guy, man. I got a chance to meet him at the TRR Awards. But the idea is that back when you were fifth grader wearing Ropers and Wranglers and those kind of shirts, you get made fun of when everybody else is wearing Converse. But, you know, nonetheless, I grew up culturally, everything different, but Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, man, have always been just an evolution.
I think that's interesting, too, because, I mean, obviously you're Hispanic.
Yes, sir.
That's not typically something they would listen to in that culture. It's traditional country.
No, it's
not.
not.
In my
no, it's not. And it was just my curiosity, thanks to YouTube, to just the way that everything's evolving with
thank
internet.
God for that, because, dude, you have a fantastic voice.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'm so happy you're using it for good.
Thank you. And I hope Merle Haggard, if he can hear us, that he's a little bit proud that.
I don't think he's one of our subs on this show.
Yeah. You know, we just hope that he can say, man, when he paved way, people got his message. I get it, Merle. Yeah. I get it, and we're trying to do our best to keep going what you created, you know, and I think that's just the beauty of country music. There's so many artists that bring something different, and we bring something different.
And I love that, too, about the Abe Mack Band. It's traditional sounding country music with contemporary twists, modern topics. It's all really cool stuff. Every song has an influence to it. You can listen to the song and really kind of pick out where Abe was going with that. For example, Crazy is very 90s sounding.
Yeah, man.
Which I love. I kind of hear Ronnie Dunn in
you said that, and I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Mark Chestnut or Clint Black.
Oh, yeah, listen to it again.
Yeah.
Listen to it again, man. There's a lot of Ronnie Dunn in that. Man, I was like, first time I heard the song was before I even knew who you were, honestly. Wow. And I heard the song, and I thought it was Brooks and Dunn. I thought they had come back. Honestly, I was we'll
give him a third.
Brooks and Dunn is back on my radio, and then they said Abe Mack Band with Crazy, and I was like, wait, what? So, and then to find out that Dylan was pushing that song, man. I was super stoked because then I knew you were going to be on the show eventually. I just didn't know when, you know.
Appreciate the compliments, man. You make us feel.
Thank you.
Feel very happy about what we're doing.
We're definitely stoked to have Abe and Eddie here. It's episode number 316, and we're going to talk with Abe a little bit about how you can follow along with the Abe Mack experience right after this message from a former guest.
How y'all doing? This is Doug Supernon. Thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks.
All right, we are back. It's episode number 316 featuring the Abe Mack Band all the way from El Paso, Texas, in town promoting their new single called Crazy. And I'm pretty sure Abe would agree with me the best way right now to support him and his band is call your local radio station and request they play Crazy. I don't care if you live in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't think any cities with more than 1 million people in it should have 4 syllables or more in the name of their city.
You should have
think about
done
all
stand-up comedy, man.
Well, I mean, just think about it, right? You have 1 million people that at least that live in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Right? That's a lot of people. It's a big city.
It is.
Imagine if the name of the city was Cork. Now, you have over 1 million people living in Cork. It's much quicker to say Cork than it is Kuala Lumpur.
You're right.
Right?
That's very true.
See, now, all the time that is saved from each person, over 1 million, that have to say Kuala Lumpur every time somebody says, where are you from? I'm from Kuala Lumpur. Well, if they only have to say, I'm from Cork, look, time saved right there.
Easy.
I'm from Cork. Over. So instead of Kuala Lumpur, it's just Cork. So you're missing the Ulala Lumpur. That's almost 3 seconds every time they say the name of where they live.
If you add them up, it becomes a long...
So now you have over 1 million people that only have to say Cork instead of Kuala Lumpur. They could be much more productive.
That's theoretical right there, my friend.
Yeah, it's just logistics.
Yeah.
So again, I implore you, if you have over 1 million people in your city and it's more than 4 syllables, change the name of your town. Just think about all the things you could get done in your city. You could take over the world.
El Paso, that's pretty easy. Right?
Super simple. That's 3 syllables.
Abe Mack.
Yeah, but there's not 1 million people in El Paso.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, but I mean, if they get to 1 million people, they might have to just shorten it to L.
To L.
Yeah.
I like that.
But that's weird because then the name of the town is really the, right?
The.
In English.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just,
Tahi.
where are you from? The. It doesn't make sense. No, don't do that. We should probably just. Paso is what? Plateau in Spanish?
Paso is passing through like
The pass.
the pass.
So El Paso
The pass,
is
yeah,
the pass.
is the pass. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
we just call it pass.
That's what it actually was. The pass to the gold rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was football like there? Because I mean, if you're playing football for the Pass University, did you guys ever run the ball?
Yeah, we did. We did actually. You know what? I got recruited by Coach Gary Nord, but then I played for Coach Price, and then we had Jordan Palmer. We had really good guys. It was good. Back when UTEP was good. So we
Yeah.
did run the ball. Yeah.
So they're not good
El
anymore.
Paso. We passed it through.
Yeah. You heard that, UTEP. He just said y'all suck.
No. Well. Oh man, savage!
He did. Back
Hashtag
when,
savage.
He said back when we were good. You heard it.
Yeah,
Play it back.
We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding at the moment. Yeah.
Well, maybe you guys should run the ball more.
Maybe we should.
I mean, it's not
Or maybe
all
we should
about
just get a
the
baseball
pass.
team, you know? Maybe we'll be better in baseball.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more passing in baseball.
There is.
There's no running the ball. So it would probably make more sense.
The pass.
Yeah.
I like it.
The pass, that's 2 syllables.
Maybe I should write a song about that.
You could. Like, the difference is, yeah, absolutely. You should. Because honestly, like, if you get to 1 million people in El Paso's 3 syllables. But if you go English, the pass is 2 syllables.
That's 2.
Time saved. You're welcome,
man
whoever
has-
the mayor is of the pass.
This man has vision, let me tell you.
I'm telling you, it's all about time crunching. I'm 42 years old. I know you're almost 40 as well.
No, I'm 34 years old, man. I still got a few years.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he's 34. He's almost
34.
40.
34.
Know that. Yeah. So we're getting.
Hey,
to the
40
point.
is young, man. That's a new 30. You know that, right?
No, it's not.
No? We're crunching time.
No, it's not.
No?
No. When you get to 30 years old, that's when you really have to think about saving time.
Yeah.
You know, especially I feel like most of my time can be saved on the roads if people would just drive correctly.
And not text?
Well,
Like Eddie
texting-
does?
Well, there's that too, but like if you're sitting at a red light or something and somebody waits 4 seconds after it's turned green,
You're
I'm
wasting
never
time.
getting that 4
You're
seconds
right.
back.
You're right.
That pisses me off, dude.
That's very true.
I'm 42 years old. You know what I can do with 4 seconds?
A lot.
I know some people can get pregnant
Well,
in
they-
that amount of time. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Savage! Boom! Hashtag that right there. Oh man, that's fun.
Hashtag 4 seconds.
You gotta hashtag everything nowadays.
Abe Mac Band. That's what we were talking about. Where can folks follow along with the Abe Mac journey?
It'll be.
The fastest and easiest way is to go to your Google search bar and type in Abe Mac Band. You'll find everything from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything we got.
It's ABEMAC
That's correct.
Abe Mac Band. We're going to put the webpage in the description down below. It's abemacmusic.com. Make sure you're hitting that. Click it. You'll find all his social media through that. You'll find the music through that. Very important. He has fantastic videos up on YouTube as well, including the brand new single Crazy, which is number 56 in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Has a lot of growth. It's going to end up top 30 at least, I guarantee. I'll be looking forward to that.
We're hoping it goes top 10.
Okay, we'll go top 10. Top 10.
Give us the vibe. Man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Just change it from top 10 to something. How do you say top 10 in Spanish?
You got me.
Why are you looking at him?
Yeah, I just brain farted.
He's the man. He's the one in charge. I forget.
Man, you put me on the spot.
He's the one in charge. I don't know.
How do we?
I don't know.
I'm the mastermind of the project. What's going on here?
All right. Forget
Man,
that part.
I can't believe I just top 10.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
Google Translate doesn't
You know
work
what?
very well.
No.
We'll just put the Twix rabbit in
That's
here,
just
translating it.
It's kind of like translating the word regardless. I can't really think of how can you translate regardless in Spanish.
I can't say the word tournament in Southern.
Can you
It
really?
always comes out with a Boston accent. Tournament.
Tournament?
Yeah.
So when you say khakis, is that accurate or
Well, I wear them on my
You like
khakis.
the
They're
khakis?
pants.
Not the car keys?
Well, that's the way it was back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So things have changed.
Well, if I said cockies back then people would be like, I don't know where they're at. We might have to push it.
I see what
Now I think pants when I hear cockies.
do people in Boston do Bostonians get offended when people try to imitate because I find it that people in Dallas they want to be funny and they want to like imitate the Boston,
Oh, they're horrible at it.
But do people in Boston get pissed off like, hey man?
They can.
I had a
My son, for example, my son is 17, about to be 18 in August. He was born in Texas.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
No.
Right? But he has no his experience with Massachusetts is he was there for maybe 2 or 3 weeks total in his entirety of his life. But he likes to make fun of his Nana because his Nana has never lost her accent for the most part. Okay. Like she'll be singing karaoke trying to sound Texan and it just comes out white sport coat and the pink carnation. No, it's carnation. But anyway,
oh my god, man.
So my son will try to make fun of her, and he'll just like do dishes or whatever, and he'll be talking all northern, and it doesn't work at all. It's just horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, man.
Toby, stop doing that.
Don't stop doing that. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And she gets so riled up sometimes.
Yeah, she does. But anyway, it's Abe Mack Band on Facebook and Instagram. It's abemackmusic.com. We're going to put that in the description down below. Very important stuff. Again, call your local radio, even internet radio. The song is called Crazy. Get it played. We want that top 10 is the goal. Hopefully by the time it gets to top 10, he'll remember how to say top 10 in Spanish. And the next time he's here, he'll be
10
able to
in
tell
Spanish
us.
is 10. Dope de 10. I can't think of it, man. You put me on. That's mean, man. Why would you do that?
Hey guys, if you're watching the show for the first time, we want to thank you guys for spending some time with us. You can find us on all social media. We're located at ETX Rocks. Over there on the YouTube, if you're watching us in high definition video, I am very sorry. Well, no, not really, because I'm having a decent hair day. Abe's a good looking guy. Eddie's brought the stand-up bass. He's got some serious ink going on over there.
I have 20/20 vid. Yeah, tell him about this over here. No?
That's a badass tattoo.
Native
dude.
American.
Yeah.
I got Native American too, see?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
That's a death mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that in Phoenix.
It works every time that we go to Arizona or New Mexico.
The casino.
When you go to Arizona, you got to get something Native American, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I did it.
Yeah, so they kind of look at him like, oh.
Yeah. I happened to be in Phoenix for a George Strait concert. We're talking like 90...
Can you say George Strait again?
George Strait, god dang it.
George.
George.
Hey, George.
Georgie.
I like it, man. It's cool. Is there any way that I could maybe we can start like a Twitter or a hashtag on Snapchat?
Well, if you're gonna do it,
and
right,
then I'll say top 10 in Spanish, and then I'll teach you how to say top 10, and then you.
I'll teach you how to say George Strait.
George.
George.
Yeah.
George
Okay.
Strait.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like a goofball.
He got
trying
jokes,
to say it,
fam.
you know.
He got jokes. They're not good jokes.
That
He
was-
brought a bassist when he needed a drummer.
Yeah.
See that? You know what I mean?
Hey. Yeah.
But anyway, if you guys are watching over there on the YouTube, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Very, very important. Hit the bell as well. That'll notify you whenever we have new content up and ready for your eyeballs. So yeah, check that out. We also have a webpage. We're located at www.etxrocks.show.
Is that right here? Or
I could now. I'll have to now. See what he did there? He Vanna Whited me. So now I'm going to have to put something right there where his hands are. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll
right
be,
on top of the mic.
it'll be funny.
Yeah,
That's for
I
sure.
hope so.
like something like that. How about that right there? Did that work right there?
I'm going to have so much
Oh
fun
man,
with
I'll
that.
tell you.
All right. So it's etxrocks.show. It's not a .com.
Does this have to end, or can we keep going? I mean,
I don't know. Yeah. 10-hour drive. Remember?
it is, man. It
We
is.
do play Wednesday night.
We play tomorrow. We got to drive. Yeah, you're right.
That's
yeah,
tomorrow,
I forgot
dude.
about that.
You might want to get
And then
on the
there's
road.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to work, you know.
Absolutely.
God almighty.
So you guys make sure you check out the webpage. Over 10,000 hours of content on there. If you're a music fan and you haven't found our webpage yet, I don't know what the heck you're waiting for. etxrocks.show. And as we've said on the show for 316 episodes now, we want to thank you guys for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles. And don't ever forget,
ETX rocks.
that's right.
taste your lips, it's your hands on top of mine. It's your warm breath dancing with mine. So let me deep inside of you. It's your voice calling me, baby. And it's crazy how you light me up and make me come to my senses. To see you, taste and touch you makes me crazy. Baby, I'm crazy for you. Your silhouette wrapped up in mine. Middle of the night, wildfire. It's a late call talking to me. Baby, it's the things you said to me. Honey, it's your voice calling me, baby. And it's crazy how you light me up and make me come to my senses. To see you, taste and touch you makes me crazy. Baby, I'm crazy for you. Honey, I can't get enough of you. It's like a beautiful sunset when I'm with you. Baby, I'm crazy for you. Oh, baby, I'm crazy. Baby, I'm crazy for you. And it's crazy how you light me up and make me come to my senses. To see you, taste and touch you makes me crazy. Baby, I'm crazy for you. Oh, baby, I'm crazy. Oh, baby, I'm crazy for you. Oh, baby, I'm crazy. Baby, I'm crazy for you.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks.